After a long day of traveling that included flight cancellations, a 30-hour delay that turned into a 5-hour delay, and even road closures, we finally made it to our home for the week, a beautiful Jeannot Sun Odyssey 389. Of course, we have to save the outside pic for the morning, as it was quite late when we arrived. After our morning checkout, we headed towards the Sunshine Skyway Bridge en route to our anchorage on the Manatee River.
Well, I want to go sailing. Most days that's where I'd rather be. Looking out on the horizon makes me want to pack up and leave. Well, I've never owned a sailboat or had a charred line to run. I love to dream about just sailing in the sun. Don't you know that tropical sun does something for me? Takes me away from the real world. Watching that warm breeze blow through those tall palm trees makes my heart sails unfurl.
We reach our anchorage at Desoto National Memorial Park and start exploring the shoreline.
Well, I've spent years listening to songs about a life on the sea and the places that they show me engages imagination in me. As the sun sets on the water, I think about what the sailors would say.
Brandon takes the water route and happens upon what looks like an oyster bed replenishment. His shoes were a bit soggy, but then at least he had shoes. I left mine on the sailboat, forgetting that Florida likes to use crushed seashells as gravel. Ouch.
Warm breeze blow through those tall palm trees makes my heart sails unfurl. I'm staring up the mainmast with a rum drink in my hand. Water all around me and we're headed back for land. But before we make port, there's just one thing to know. We're going to run it up, fill it up, and make a pirate stand. Don't you know that tropical sun does something for me? Takes me away from the real world. Watching that warm breeze blow through those tall palm trees makes my heart sails unfurl. It makes my heart sails unfurl.
I paused to watch a nice-sounding powerboat go by, albeit poorly trimmed. That was me up until just a year ago, but now I'm looking forward to a life at sea. Now we are off to explore the park. Brandon decides to do a history of Desoto treasure hunt in his quest to obtain probably his last Junior Ranger badge.
On Friday, May 30 of the year 1539, we made landfall in the land of La Florida and disembarked 620 men.
Alright. What'd you get?
I got a junior. Pretty great, yeah. Alright.
The next day we move over to Sneed Island and go ashore to explore Emerson Point Preserve. We started out by following the boardwalk over the Port of Ant Temple Mound and the ruins of a house built by Major Robert Stewart Griffith in 1866. I stopped to get a better look at this pretty white bird, hiding above the water. The others had walked right by it. After a couple of wrong turns, and some help from a fellow birdwatcher, we finally reached the observation platform and take in a panoramic view of the Terracea Aquatic Preserve and Sneed Island. As hard as we tried, we never found the crocodiles we thought would be lurking in the water or nearby. The next morning, we headed out of the channel into the open water and sailed down to the ICW. We made it through our first drawbridge, the Anna Maria Island Bridge, then the Cortez Bridge, on our way to Jewfish Key and Longboat Key. Once the anchor was set, we headed over to the sandbar at Jewfish Key, where we searched for sea life and joined an impromptu volleyball game in the water. We returned to find dolphins in the anchorage.
Hey, hey, hey! Did you see it? Right in front of the dock this time.
Oh.
We shared the anchorage with this beautiful classic offering tours. We even got to see her go through the narrow Longboat Pass Bridge under full sail, plus motor, I'm sure. We saw a few more dolphins before dinner at the infamous Mar Vista restaurant. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we explore Longboat Pass, then work our way back to St. Petersburg through some treacherous weather.